Our mandate is not complicated. We transform followers into leaders and leaders into agents of change. That is why you are in this room, on this stream, in this moment. Heaven doesn't do accidents. Please write this down. Please, very important. You are not a reaction. You are a release. The earth is shaking. Headlines are screaming. Markets are nervous. Algorithms are anxious. But God has not revised his purpose because of human panic. Romans 3-4 says, let God be true and every man a liar. Keep your thinking to yourself and let the manufacturer speak. Tell your neighbor, I'm not here by chance. I'm here on assignment. Say it again till your own ears believe you. When culture is confused, kings get called. When identity is for sale, destiny goes to work. Please write this down. Fear multiplies when purpose is missing. Assignment absorbs anxiety. Anxiety is a vacuum begging for authority. Assignment is authority in uniform. You are the uniform presence of heaven's intention in your generation. Acts 17:26 says, he determined the time set for them and the exact places where they should live. God chose your century, your zip code, your passport, your skin, your voice. Esther 4:14 whispers from the throne. For such a time as this, if you were not necessary, you would not be here. If your generation did not need you, your mother would have miscarried you. Tell your neighbor, I won the race. Your birth is evidence. You outran millions. You didn't arrive to observe chaos. You were released to govern it. Please write this down. You are not reacting to the times. You were released for the times. The news is a report. Your life is a decree. Isaiah 46:10. God says, I make known the end from the beginning. He starts where he finishes and then backs up to begin. That means he finished you, approved you, and then shipped you into a century that matches your design. Jeremiah 1:5. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. That's not poetic, that's procedural. Heaven is a manufacturer, earth is the marketplace, and your presence is a product launch. Please write this down. The question that governs the rest of your life is simple. Why did God place me in this time period? Not why are things so bad? Not why don't they like me? Why am I alive now? Crisis is asking for your name. The shaking is auditioning solutions. Announce it. Assignment reporting for duty. Many are the plans in a man's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that will prevail. So we begin here, locate your purpose and watch anxiety bow. You were sent to this chaos as it's calm. Listen carefully and write this down, please. Very important. Identity precedes activity. You were not born to find your purpose. You were born with your purpose. That means you don't need permission to be you. You need revelation to remember you. The most dangerous question you can keep postponing is not what should I do, it is who am I? Your activity will always betray your identity. So anchor the identity first and let activity become obedience, not performance. Tell your neighbor, I won the race. Say it with authority. The delivery room was not a starting line, it was an award ceremony. Before your mother heard your first cry, heaven had already played the victory anthem over your destiny. Psalm 139:16 says, all the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. That is not poetry, that is policy. Ephesians 2:10 confirms it. We are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Please write this down. Existence equals intention. Arrival equals assignment. Breath is proof of authorization. Your birth certificate is heaven's stamp that the mission has already been approved. Let God be true and trust no man. Don't let statistics define a miracle. Keep your thinking to yourself when it argues against God's decree. Romans 3-4 says, let God be true and every man a liar. The counselor's opinion is not your prophecy. The algorithm's reach is not your potential. The economy's forecast is not your future. Some of you survived percentages that said you shouldn't be here, complications, poverty, prejudice, pandemics, and you're still negotiating your worth. Stop it. When America walks into a room, it should not bow to math. Please write this down. Your arrival is evidence of pre-qualification. The very fact you made it through conception, gestation, delivery, and decades of danger is the courtroom exhibit that you were cleared before you were seen. Heaven does not release experiments. Heaven deploys certainties. Romans 8:30 says, those he predestined, he also called. Those he called, he justified. Those he justified, he glorified. Past tense. Already done. You don't step into life to survive. You step into life to succeed at what was finished. Now hear the emotional shift. You are not a survivor. You are a royal arrival. Stop living like you're on probation. Announce it. I am pre-approved. Tell your neighbor again, I won the race. Say it until your own ears submit. You were crowned in the unseen, then introduced in the scene. You did not come begging for a seat. You came to take responsibility for a seat. Don't look for employment, look for deployment, because kings don't apply for identity, they accept assignment. Your birth certifies your victory and validates your assignment. Walk like evidence. Speak like evidence. Decide like evidence. You won before you arrive, now live like it. Please write this down, please, very important. Heaven doesn't do accidents. Manufacturers don't ship experiments. The last thing a manufacturer puts on a product is their image. That image means two things, ownership and responsibility. Genesis 1:26 declares, let us make man in our image, in our likeness. That is not religious poetry, that is industrial policy. When God stamped you with his image, he announced to the cosmos, this one is mine, and I am responsible for its success. Tell your neighbor, the manufacturer's name is on me. Every product leaves the plant with three things: a manual, a warranty, and a guarantee. Why? Because the manufacturer is protecting their reputation. Write this down. The success of everything God created protects God's reputation. Psalm 23:2-3 says, he leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. For his name's sake means brand protection. 1 Samuel 12:22 adds, for the Lord will not forsake his people for his great name's sake. Your fulfillment is not an ego trip. It is quality control for heaven. The manual is the mind of the manufacturer documented. That's why I tell you, read the manual. Many are the plans in a man's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that will prevail. Let God be true and trust no man. Keep your thinking to yourself when it argues against the manual. Romans Trey, Fira. You don't ask the market how to run a device, you consult the manual. Culture is a user, only the creator is the author. Stop letting influences operate you without authorization. That is why the VCR in your soul is still blinking 12, because you never set it by the book. Design determines function. Please write this down. Misuse is abuse. Abnormal use. Birds were designed for wind, fish for water, seeds for soil. You were designed for dominion in a defined assignment. Colossians 1:16 says, all things were created by him and for him. When you violate design, you don't just fail, you malfunction. Stress, confusion, and chronic anxiety are often the sound of purpose grinding against wrong instructions. That's why some of you hate Monday. The job is using you outside of specifications. Don't look for employment, look for deployment. Function by design. Now the warranty. Every warranty reads like this. If operated according to the manual and serviced by authorized personnel, we promise repair or replacement at our expense. God tied his name to you the same way. Isaiah 46:10, I make known the end from the beginning. He finished you, tested you, and released you into time with a lifetime warranty called covenant. Philippians 1:6 guarantees, he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. If you stay within purpose, heaven covers parts and labor. That's why David can say, he restores my soul, service center. So hear the charge. Your assignment is not personal ambition, it is brand protection for heaven. Operate by original intent, not cultural opinions. Open the manual morning and night. Announce it. I am under warranty. I carry the image. I will not malfunction. Your success is for his name's sake. Now run like a product the manufacturer refuses to recall. Please write this down, please. Very important. God never begins until he has finished. Isaiah 46:10. Read it. I make known the end from the beginning, from ancient times, what is still to come. I say, my purpose will stand. That means heaven draws the blueprint, stamps it approved, and then breaks ground in time. You didn't come to negotiate a future. You arrived carrying a future. Time is not creating you. Time is unpacking you. Do you understand? Write this down. Your future is not ahead of you. Your future is trapped within you. Ecclesiastes 3:11 says, he has set eternity in their hearts. Not in the sky, in the heart. Apple seeds don't attend motivational seminars to become trees. They discern the picture embedded in the shell. No product leaves the plant until the image and instructions are inside it. You left eternity with your picture encoded. That's why frustration follows imitation, because copies can't read original blueprints. When you chase trends, you get temporary applause and permanent confusion. But when you read the image within, purpose starts to organize your days. Do you understand? Please write this down. Who you really are is the thing you thought of first, before fear and bills. Before your rent shouted, your spirit whispered. Some of you drew cities before you saw a city. You lined up the neighborhood kids and taught them before you had a classroom. You dismantled toys to see how they work because you were born to engineer solutions. You preached to stuffed animals, sang to door frames, negotiated peace in the playground. Childhood was not childish, it was a clue. Jesus said in Matthew 18:3, except you become as little children, you shall not enter the kingdom. Why? Because children operate from original picture, not public pressure. Please write this down. Go back and retrieve the first picture. It was heaven's hint. Do you understand? Stop looking outside. Discern what's already installed inside. The market can confirm demand, but it cannot assign identity. Degrees certify skill. They cannot write destiny. Networks open doors. They cannot define the house. 1 Corinthians 2:10 says, the Spirit searches all things. Yes, the deep things of God. And verse 12 adds, we have received the Spirit from God so that we may understand what God has freely given us. The manual reveals the mind of the manufacturer, and the Spirit reveals the inventory in the product. That's why Romans 3-4 commands, let God be true and every man a liar. Keep your thinking to yourself when it argues against the installed design. Do you understand? Please write this down. Destiny is embedded, not negotiated. You don't invent it, you discover it. Habakkuk 2:2, write the vision, make it plain. You can only write what you have seen. Announce it, I am pre-finished. Tell your neighbor, I'm not searching for a future, I'm unpacking one. When you align with the end place in your beginning, calendars submit, resources assemble, and anxiety loses jurisdiction. Your assignment is not out there somewhere. It is in here waiting to be read. Now, read it, believe it, and build exactly what heaven already finished. Do you understand? Now that you see the end is embedded, let's legislate the days. Please write this down, please, very important. Proverbs 19:21, many are the plans in a man's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that will prevail. Read it together. Purpose will prevail. Again, purpose will prevail. I extract 3 laws from one verse, and I want you to write them down and tattoo them on your decisions. Law number 1, purpose is more powerful than plans. Law number 2, purpose is more important than plans. Law number 3, purpose precedes plans. Do you understand? Purpose is more powerful than plans because plans require your energy, but purpose commands God's energy. That is why Romans 8:28 works only for those who love God, who are called according to his purpose. Not your project, his purpose. When you stand inside purpose, God recruits time, people, and even your enemies to assist fulfillment. Your plans push, purpose pulls. Your plans negotiate, purpose legislates. Announce it, purpose will prevail. Purpose is more important than plans because plans are tools and purpose is law. Tools change, law stands. You can throw away a plan and you have lost a page. Abandon purpose and you have lost a life. That's why James 4:13, 1:5 warns, you who say today or tomorrow we will go, you ought to say, if the Lord wills. The will there is intention, purpose. Keep your thinking to yourself. When it argues against the will, let God be true. Plans are calendars. Purpose is calling. Plans are appointments. Purpose is assignment. Purpose precedes plans because purpose existed before you had a clock. 2 Timothy 1:9 declares, He saved us and called us according to His own purpose and grace, which was given us in Christ Jesus before time began. Before time began means before culture voted, before crisis erupted, before your resume had ink. If purpose predates them, purpose can outlast them. Write this down. Stop editing your purpose to fit your schedule. Reorganize your schedule to fit your purpose. Meetings that don't move the mission are illegal on your calendar. Emails are not emergencies. Your assignment is. If it doesn't advance your God-given territory, it is a distraction disguised as courtesy. Please hear me. Anxiety thrives where plans multiply without purpose. Purpose organizes chaos. It tells your day where to sit, your phone when to be silent, your appetite how to behave. Habakkuk 2:2 said, write the vision, make it plain. That's not stationary, that's strategy. Put your assignment in ink, then let plans report to it. Tonight, audit your week, schedule the manual, schedule the work of your gift, schedule the people of your assignment, cancel what contradicts covenant. Announce it, read it together. Purpose will prevail. And when purpose takes the wheel, calendars submit, resources assemble, and fear resigns. This is the governing law of a deployed life. Please write this down, please, very important. Your job is what they pay you to do. Your work is what you were born to do. Job is a role, work is a reason. Job is a check, work is a calling. Adam received work before he received a wage. Genesis 2:15. The Lord God took the man and put him in the garden to work it and take care of it. That's assignment, not employment. Jesus didn't say, I must keep my job. He said in John 9:4, I must work the works of him who sent me while it is day. Purpose language, work language. Please write this down. Your work is the deployment of your gift to solve a problem for which you were born. You can be fired from your job. You can never be fired from your work. Why? Because only people can hire you for a job, but only the manufacturer can assign you your work. Let God be true and trust no man. Keep your thinking to yourself when it argues against the manual. Romans 3-4. They can lock the office, crash the stock, cancel the contract, but they cannot cancel your gift. Proverbs 18:16 says, a man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. Your gift creates corridors. Jobs cannot build. Please write this down. Employment is temporary. Deployment is eternal. Job ends at retirement. Work finishes at completion. Paul didn't say, I retired well. He said, I have finished my course. Announce this place is my temporary employment. Say it to your desk. Whisper it to your badge. Declare it over your Zoom login. This place is my temporary employment. You honor the job by excellence, but you honor God by deploying your work. Colossians 3:23, whatever you do, do it heartily as to the Lord. Do it heartily, but don't confuse the check with the calling. You are not your position. You are your purpose deployed through your gift. How do you know you are violating design? Your mouth testifies. This job is killing me. That sentence is a smoke alarm screaming, I am ignoring my gift. Stress is the friction of talent trapped under titles. Depression often increases when your gift is unemployed while your body is overemployed. You go to bed tired and wake up angry because your hands are busy and your destiny is bored. When you work your work, energy replaces envy, focus replaces fear, and time submits. Have you noticed when you are in your work, you forget the clock? That's not irresponsibility, that's alignment. Jesus said in John 4:34, my food is to do the will of him who sent me and to finish his work. Work feeds you. Please write this down. Don't look for employment, look for deployment. Employment asks, who will hire me? Deployment asks, where does my gift belong? Employment chases benefits. Deployment creates benefits. Employment survives budgets. Deployment solves burdens. When you shift to deployment, you stop begging for a seat and you start bringing a solution. Kings don't apply for identity. They accept assignment. Announce it again. This place is my temporary employment. Now, submit your job to your work. Use your job to finance your work and let your work define your worth. Fulfillment begins the moment you switch from employment to deployment. Now that you have submitted your job to your work, let me place the crown where it belongs. Please write this down, please, very important. You were not born to survive systems. You were born to rule problems. Genesis 1:26, read it. Let us make man in our image and let them have dominion. Not let them have religion, not let them have escape, let them have dominion. Dominion is not domination of people. Dominion is responsibility expressed as loving authority over your assignment for the benefit of others under God's government. Do you understand? If your authority does not bless people, it is not kingdom, it is insecurity wearing a crown. Write this down. Authority without assignment becomes abuse. Assignment without authority becomes anxiety. That is why some of you feel torn. Your heart knows what to do, but your head fears you lack permission. Jesus settled that. Matthew 28:18, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me, therefore go. He transfers authority to assignment. Luke 10:19, I give you authority to tread. Romans 5:17 says, we reign in life through Christ. Reign where? In your garden of responsibility. Not over humans, over chaos, over ignorance, over lack, over the problems you were born to solve. Please write this down. Problems advertise your territory. Goliath was a billboard for David's throne. Famine was Joseph's corridor to governance. Fire was Daniel's platform. If you keep running from problems, you are running from promotion. Kings don't avoid storms, they command seas. Mark 4. He stood up and said, peace be still. Thermometer Christians report the weather. Thermostat citizens set the climate. Which are you? Tell your neighbor, I set the climate. Somebody say, I was born for this generation. Cultural anxiety is not your enemy, it is your raw material. The world is nervous because it lacks a governor. You are heaven's governor in a specific domain. Matthew 6:10, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That is not escapism, that is engagement. Please write this down. Escapism is not kingdom, engagement is. Stop praying, Lord, get me out, and start declaring, Lord, deploy me in. Occupy till I come, Luke 19:13. Occupy means manage, bring order, govern resources, protect values, multiply results. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Proverbs 29:2. Your dominion should sound like public joy. Let me correct something. Dominion begins with self-government. If you cannot rule your appetite, do not ask God for a nation. If your tongue is undisciplined, your crown will be plastic. Write this down. Dominion starts internal, proves itself local, then scales global. Govern your morning before you demand a mountain. Govern your calendar before you request a company. Govern your thoughts according to the manual before you apply for a microphone. This is loving authority service with spine. Announce it over your life. I am authorized for my assignment. Say it again till fear resigns. The keys of the kingdom, Matthew 16:19, were not given for you to jingle in church. They are for doors in culture. Open what purpose requires. Lock what purpose forbids. Don't look for employment, look for deployment. And when you arrive, don't blend in like a refugee. Stand up like a royal. Bring order where there is clutter. Bring wisdom where there is noise. Bring solutions where there is complaint. Somebody say, I was born for this generation. Now wear that as policy, not poetry, and govern your territory for his name's sake. Please write this down, please. Very important. Crisis is not a sign you miss God. It's a sign you're being certified. Manufacturers don't ship products untested. No airplane flies commercial routes until it's been thrown into wind tunnels, stress tested on the ground, and forced to prove its wings in storms. No car model is released until they slam the brakes at high speed, freeze the engine, heat the cabin, and drive it on rough tracks to expose the weak parts. Why? For the manufacturer's name's sake. So why do you think heaven would deploy you into a generation without a storm to certify the strength he installed? Deuteronomy 8:2, the Lord led you these 40 years in the wilderness to humble you and to test you, to know what was in your heart. Testing is not cruelty, it is quality control. Write this down. Crisis does not create leaders, it reveals them. James 1:2-4. Count it all joy when you face trials, because the testing of your faith produces perseverance, so that you may be mature and complete. Trials do not make you gifted. They make your gift necessary. 1 Peter 1:7 says, your faith is tested so that it may result in praise, glory, and honor. That's brand protection. His name on you performing under pressure. Let God be true and trust no man. Keep your thinking to yourself when it argues that storms mean rejection. The warranty only activates under conditions that require it. Isaiah 43:2, when you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the rivers, they shall not overwhelm you. Look at the exemplars. Joseph did not meet his assignment in comfort. Famine was his classroom. Genesis 50:20. You meant it for evil, but God meant it for good, to save many lives. Crisis introduced him to his seat. Esther did not rise because of a pageant. She rose because there was a plot. Esther 4:14. Who knows whether you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this? Daniel did not get promoted by clapping lions. He was certified in a den and graduated by decree. The crisis didn't make them, it revealed them and revealed God through them. Please write this down. Assignment awakens in adversity because problems advertise your territory. Application right now. Interpret your anxiety through your assignment. Anxiety unmanaged becomes paralysis. Anxiety interpreted becomes authority. Romans 8:28 only works for those who love God, who are called according to his purpose. Purpose translates pressure into power. Ask 3 questions in any storm. What problem is demanding my gift? Who are the people assigned to my solution? Where is the territory this crisis is opening? When you answer those, your heart stabilizes, your mind strategizes, and your feet mobilize. Habakkuk 2:2, write what you see in the storm and make it plain. Storms clarify, they don't confuse. Announce it, tell your neighbor, I'm not here by chance, I'm here on assignment. Say it again till fear resigns. I am being certified. I am under warranty. My manufacturer tested me before he sent me. Crisis is my classroom, not my coffin. And when the exam bell rings, remember Mark 4, the king stood and said, peace, be still. You are not the weather report, you are the thermostat. Stand in your storm, read the manual, deploy your gift, and let heaven's reputation ride on your success. For his name's sake, pass the test. Please write this down, please, very important. Identity must be detoxed before destiny can be deployed. Crisis may certify you, but identity authorizes you. Genesis 1:26, read it with me in your spirit. Let us make man in our image, in our likeness. Image first, action second. The manufacturer stamped you before he sent you. But culture has been renting your face and leasing your name. You get somebody else's signature splashed across your chest because you lost your own. You are not a billboard for another man's dream. You are the image of God. Tell your neighbor, I wear the image. Write this down. Borrowed style cannot compensate for buried substance. You can stack logos like armor, but if the image is covered in labels, the soul will still blink 12. Romans 12:2 says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Conformity is costume. Transformation is identity. Some of you are exhausted, not from work, but from wardrobe costumes. You keep changing to be accepted by rooms that don't know your name. Let God be true and every man a liar, Romans 3-4. Keep your thinking to yourself when it argues against the manufacturer's mark. Social proof is a counterfeit Holy Ghost. It will convince you to edit your calling to fit their comfort. Galatians 1:10, if I was still trying to please men, I would not be a servant of Christ. Please write this down. Applause is not authorization. Meet yourself again. Not the you HR rehearsed, not the you the algorithm suggested, the unedited you, the one that showed up before opinions and payrolls, the one heaven introduced to Jeremiah. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, Jeremiah 1-5. Go back to the first picture, before rent shouted and fear negotiated. Close the door, open the manual, and ask the first question, who am I? Not what do they call me, who am I? 1 Peter 2-9 answers. You are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's own possession. Royal means responsibility with authority. Priesthood means access with assignment. Holy means set apart for purpose, not paraded for purchase. Announce it. I am not for sale. I am already owned. Please write this down. Please, very important. Identity dictates behavior and budgets. When you know who you are, you stop financing confusion. You unsubscribe from labels that bill your insecurity monthly. You cancel memberships that make you doubt your crown. You stop letting trends title you and you let truth name you. Psalm 100:3. Know that the Lord, He is God. It is He who has made us and not we ourselves. You did not create you, so you cannot brand you better than the one who did. The manufacturer's image is not decoration, it is specification. Now let's activate this house. Clap your hands if you're ready to be you again. Open your mouth and declare, I renounce rented labels. I wear the image. I am a chosen generation. I am heaven's property. I am not here to impress. I am here to express the one who sent me. Keep your thinking to yourself. When it argues, let God be true. This is your identity detox. From this moment, dress purpose, speak purpose, decide purpose. You are not a mistake. You are not a mascot. You are the image. Now walk like the manufacturer intends for his name's sake. Please write this down. Please, very important. 4 words: gift, territory, problem, people. Say them with me. Gift, territory, problem, people. This is your blueprint for deployment. Romans 12:6. We have different gifts according to the grace given to each of us. 1 Peter 4:10, use whatever gift you have received to serve others. Gift is what you do effortlessly with excellence. It is the thing that feeds you while it feeds others. When you do it, you forget the clock. When you don't, the clock chokes you. Let God be true and trust no man. Keep your thinking to yourself when it argues, I don't have a gift. The manual says you do. Territory, write it down, is where your gift is most needed and best received. Acts 17:26 says God appointed times in history and the boundaries of their lands. That means He set your generation and your geography on purpose. Territory can be an industry, a campus, a city block, a digital platform, a sector society. Don't despise the place where your burden burns brightest. That's usually your field. Problem, write this down, is the specific pain you are designed to solve. Dominion is responsibility expressed as loving authority over your assignment. Authority needs a problem to solve, not a stage to pose on. What keeps you righteous angry? What ignorance irritates you because you carry understanding? Nehemiah saw a broken walls problem. Joseph saw a famine problem. David saw a mocking giant problem. Problems are your billboards announcing vacancy for your gift. People, write this down, are the ones who flourish when you function. Not everybody. Your gift is not a flood. It is a river with banks. Jesus said, I was sent to the lost sheep of Israel before He went global. Focus is not selfish. It is strategic. When the right people meet your right gift in the right territory, the problem bows and the kingdom advances. Here is your activation. Please write this down, please. Very important. List 3 recurring compliments you receive. You always make complex things simple. You bring peace to tense rooms. You design solutions that actually work. Those are x-rays of your gift. Now write 3 recurring irritations that burden you in news, in meetings, on your street. Those reveal your problem. Now circle the environments where your gift works best. Classroom, startup, clinic, neighborhood association, online forum that reveals territory. Finally, name the people who light up when you serve teen, parents, founders, immigrants, pastors, creatives that reveals your people. Ephesians 2:10, we are His workmanship created in Christ Jesus to do good works which God prepared in advance for us to do. Prepared in advance means there is a sentence with your name on it. Craft it now. Please write this down and say it out loud. I am a gift sent to people in territory to solve problem for His name's sake. Feel it. Don't make it cute. Make it clear. Example, I am a teacher coach sent to first-generation leaders in urban schools to solve the problem of identity confusion by building purpose-driven curricula. Clarity cancels anxiety. Proverbs 18:16, a man's gift makes room for him, not your resume, your gift placed in the right territory, solving the right problem for the right people. Announce it, this is my assignment. Now write it, believe it, and begin to build exactly where heaven has already made room. Please write this down, please, very important. Money is a reward for solving problems, not a purpose. Purpose is the engine, money is the exhaust. If you make money your purpose, you will choke on the fumes. Matthew 6:33, seek first the kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be added. Added means money follows mission. Let God be true and trust no man. Keep your thinking to yourself when it argues that chasing checks is wisdom. Chasing purpose is wisdom. Checks chase purpose. Design implies demand. Write it down. If heaven installed it, earth needs it. God is not wasteful. Deuteronomy 8:18 says he gives you power to get wealth to establish his covenant. Power to get wealth is not the lottery. It is the capacity to produce value through your gift. So his reputation is financed in the earth. Proverbs 22:29. Do you see a person skilled in their work? They will stand before kings. Why kings? Because kings buy solutions at royal pricing. Scarcity elevates value. Stop discounting your gift to fit insecure rooms. Diamonds don't argue with price tags. Scarcity speaks for them. If your gift can do what few can do, price it like a steward, not like a beggar. Announce it, I will not apologize for excellence. Please write this down. Price by transformation, not by time. Dominion is measured in outcomes. You don't pay a surgeon for minutes. You pay for mastery that preserves life. You don't honor Joseph for clock hours. You honor him because his wisdom fed nations in famine. Genesis 41. Matthew 25, read it. Those who multiplied talents received authority. The unprofitable servant was rebuked. Why? Because heaven expects increase when it invests a gift. Increase requires valuation. If you build minutes, you will trivialize miracles. Build outcomes, clarity secured, systems built, cultures healed, leaders formed, communities stabilized. That is royal pricing. Write this down, please, very important. Your gift is not a commodity. It is a covenant tool. 1 Timothy 5:18. The worker is worthy of his wages. Worthy means aligned with worth. When you underprice, you lie about heaven's design. When you overprice without outcomes, you commit fraud against heaven's name. Royal pricing is righteous pricing, clear promise, proven process, measurable transformation. Proverbs 11:1 warns, dishonest scales are an abomination. Balance your scales. Bold value, honest delivery, documented results. Stop selling what you should be licensing. Stop renting your mind at hourly rates when your blueprint saves companies' quarters. Please write this down. Package your gift so kings can buy solutions, not sessions. Create offerings that transport people from confusion to clarity, from waste to efficiency, from fear to disciplined courage. Your deployment is an economy. Luke 10:7, the laborer is worthy of his wages, so stop feeling guilty for invoices that match impact. Guilt is not humility, it is poor math. Now make the confession and mean it, open your mouth. My gift is a solution. I will not sell it as a commodity. Say it again until insecurity resigns. My gift is a solution. I will not sell it as a commodity. Purpose sets the price. Scarcity supports the price. Transformation secures the price. And integrity protects the price. And when your gift is priced and placed by purpose, Proverbs 18:16 activates your gift, makes room for you, and brings you before great people, not because you beg, but because value called your name. For his name's sake, steward your value with royal pricing and deploy your economy where heaven has already made room. Please write this down, please, very important. The enemy of right is often good, not evil good. The devil will not always send you poison. He will offer you pastries. He will crowd your calendar with applause, invitations, and urgent fires that look noble but are illegal for your assignment. Philippians 1:9-10 says that your love may abound more and more in knowledge and depth of insight. so that you may be able to discern what is best. Not just what is permissible, what is best. 1 Corinthians 10:23, all things are lawful, but not all things are beneficial. Your future is not threatened by bad options. It is diluted by good ones that are not right. Filter every opportunity by assignment, alignment, not applause or urgency. Nehemiah is our model. Nehemiah 6:3, I am doing a great work so that I cannot come down. Sanballat offered a meeting, good for diplomacy, terrible for destiny. Write this down. Meetings are not mission. If it does not advance your sentence, I am a gift sent to people in territory to solve problem. It is a distraction disguised as courtesy. Let God be true and trust no man. Keep your thinking to yourself when it argues, but they'll be offended if I say no. Offense is cheap. Obedience is priceless. Time, stewardship. Say no to protect your yes. Ephesians 5:15, 1-6. Be careful how you live, making the most of the time. Your yes is royal real estate. Every ungoverned yes evicts a right assignment. Mary and Martha show us the trap. Luke 10:41-42. Martha, you are worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better. Serving is good. Sitting at the feet for instruction was right. Please write this down. Right is what aligns with your assignment now. Accountability is how kings stay clean. Measure weekly actions against your purpose statement. At the end of each week, put your calendar on trial. Ask 3 questions. 1, what did I do that directly deployed my gift? 2, which people in my assignment did I serve? 3, what problem in my territory moved measurably because of me? If you cannot answer, you manage noise and neglected purpose. Hebrews 12:1, lay aside every weight. Weights are not sins. They are good things that slow kings. Weights wear crowns into the ground. Please write this down, please, very important. Build a filter before you face the fire. Decide now, what does the right opportunity look like? It must match my gift, serve my people, address my problem in my territory at this time. Everything else is a polite no. Practice the sentence, thank you, this is good, but it's not right for my assignment at this time. That is not arrogance, that is obedience to design. Read it together, purpose will prevail. Again, purpose will prevail. When you choose right over good, heaven's warranty carries you. Your dominion stays focused, and your assignment remains undiluted for his name's sake. We have chosen right over good. Now we must ritualize right until it becomes reflex. Please write this down, please. Very important. Deployment is sustained by ritual. You cannot live a royal life on random rhythms. Proverbs 18:21 says, death and life are in the power of the tongue. That means the first tool of deployment is your mouth. Public declarations rewire identity. Announce, this place is my temporary employment. Say it at the door, whisper it in the elevator, type it under your name on the meeting notes. Why? Because words authorize worlds. Let God be true and trust no man. Keep your thinking to yourself when it argues. That's silly. The foolishness of faith is wiser than the brilliance of fear. Declare it until your environment concedes to your assignment. Please write this down. Morning is mission control. Psalm 5:3. In the morning, O Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning I lay my requests before you and wait expectantly. Joshua 1-8 instructs. Meditate on this book day and night, then you will make your way prosperous. That's manual before marketplace. Your morning protocol is simple. Read your manual, state your assignment, schedule your work. Read the manual 1 chapter minimum because the manufacturer's voice calibrates the product. State your assignment out loud. I am a gift sent to people in territory to solve problem for his name's sake. Schedule your work, block your calendar with the tasks that deploy your gift today, not someday, today. Mark 1:35 says, Jesus rose very early and prayed. And Luke 4:16 adds, as was his custom. Custom means ritual. Write this down. Repetition births dominion. Daily habits carry royal outcomes. Environment matters. Psalm 1 warns us about seats. Blessed is the man who does not sit in the seat of scoffers. 1 Corinthians 15:33 says, Bad company corrupts good character. Please write this down, please, very important. Sit where your future is respected, not merely your past admired. Some rooms clap for your history while suffocating your destiny. Move your chair, change your table. Drink coffee with people who ask you about your assignment, not just your weekend. Daniel opened his windows toward Jerusalem, as was his custom. Even in hostile environments, he curated atmosphere to match his future. Your environment is a thermostat for expectation. Keep it royal or it will keep you common. Build sending points into your day. Place your sentence on your mirror, your lock screen, your steering wheel. Before you check email, check purpose. Before you enter a meeting, declare the target problem you are there to solve. Before you say yes, verify alignment. At noon, read one proverb and ask, am I wise with my time? In the evening, perform a deployment debrief. What did I do that exercised my gift? Who did I serve among my people? Which problem in my territory moved? Habakkuk 2:2, write it plain. Writing is not cute, it is covenant. The pen is a scepter. Activate the house. Tell your neighbor, I'm on assignment today. Say it again until excuses retreat. I'm on assignment today and tomorrow and the next day. This is not hype. This is hygiene. Don't look for employment. Look for deployment and ritualize it until deployment becomes your default. Read your manual. Speak your sentence. Schedule your work. Choose your seat. For his name's sake, let your rituals send you like arrows every morning and return you with results every night. Please write this down. Please, very important. Heaven doesn't do accidents. You were born for this generation. Acts 13:36 says, David served God's purpose in his own generation and fell asleep. That is the target. Serve purpose, then sleep. Jeremiah 1:5, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Isaiah 46:10, declaring the end from the beginning. Ephesians 2:10, we are his workmanship, created for good works, prepared in advance. Let God be true and trust no man. Keep your thinking to yourself when it argues with your birth certificate. Your arrival is evidence of assignment. Psalm 23:3, he leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Your success protects the manufacturer's reputation. Now we move from inspiration to instruction. Write this down, please. Very important. One sentence. Craft it now. I am a gift sent to people in territory to solve problem for his name's sake. Don't decorate it. Declare it. Habakkuk 2:2. Write the vision and make it plain. Second, list 3 problems you will engage this week that align with that sentence. Not someday this week. Problems announce your throne room. Third, schedule 2 hours daily for your work, not your job, your work. Your job is what they pay you to do. Your work is what you were born to do. Don't look for employment, look for deployment. Block it in your calendar before the world buys your day retail. Proverbs 19:21, many are the plans in a man's heart, but the Lord's purpose will prevail. Give purpose the first bid on your time. Lift your hands and align your spirit. Pray after me and mean it. Lord Jesus, King of Kings, deploy me where your name is protected through my success. Place me in the territory you appointed among the people you love before the problems you designed me to solve. I receive your authority not for ego, but for service. Lead me in paths that honor your warranty on my life for your name's sake. Amen. Matthew 28:18, all authority is given to me, therefore go. Luke 10:19, I give you authority to tread. This is not hype, this is legal transfer. Please write this down. Fear is a thief of calendars. Authority is a governor of outcomes. 2 Timothy 1:7, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Tell your neighbor, fear is dismissed, authority is engaged. Say it again, tell your knees, stop lying. Fear is dismissed, authority is engaged. When anxiety knocks, answer with your sentence. When chaos rises, answer with your schedule. When opinions shout, answer with the manual. Psalm 115:1, not to us, O Lord, but to your name be the glory. I sense it, royal posture returning. There's a king in this house. Here comes the king. Lift up your heads, O gates. Be lifted up, ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in, and he comes through you to your domain. Go now as deployed solutions. Write the sentence. List the 3 problems. God 2 hours daily for your work. Step into rooms and rule your problem with wisdom, love, and disciplined courage for his name's sake. Protect heaven's reputation by finishing what he already finished in you. Announce it as you go. Fear is dismissed. Authority is engaged. Now go rule your problem